Well, of course, we are inching closer to the total solar eclipse. Millions of Texans will be able to see it from their own backyard. And for many, it will be their first time. For someone else, though, it will be their sixth eclipse. She's joining us right now. Dr. Mary Kay Johnston, professor of biology and environmental science at Concordia University. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited about this upcoming eclipse.
I know.
Because it's coming through home.
Yes, yes. And it's so funny. You and Jim were talking earlier, sharing your experiences. This will be your sixth one. How does it feel going into this?
You know, every single eclipse is so different, but for this eclipse, we'll be at home, we'll be around our friends, we'll be around our family. We won't have to travel really far. Well, maybe we might have to travel a little bit if Jen doesn't give us some good weather here. But we can be with each other, and we can experience what it's going to be like around Central Texas, what it's going to be like to hear the animals, to hear the birds, to hear the crickets that we know in our backyard at sunset, to have them make those same calls at sunset. It's going to be fantastic.
Yes, fascinating. So walk me through your experiences. Where were you at? What was the most memorable one, the most memorable eclipse that you experienced?
That's a hard one because they're each so memorable for so many different reasons. Maybe my favorite total eclipse happened in Argentina in 2019 because it was like a party. We were at a llama farm. So there were llamas walking around, and there was flamenco dancing, and there was all kinds of other events and food, and it was a big party. And because the eclipse happened and the actual eclipse happened kind of low in the sky next to the mountains, it came with some really beautiful pictures and really beautiful memories. As far as an annular eclipse go, I think the one last year was awesome.
Really?
Because I got to be with one of my students. And I got to do some radio astronomy observations of the atmosphere with her. So I got to be a part of her degree, a part of her scientific inquiry, and then we can do more things now that we've got another eclipse coming up.
Yeah, which is so special, especially, like you said, pouring into your students and then watching them craft their research around that. For you, now, did you travel to these different places, or were you living there at the time?
The very first one I ever saw went through Oklahoma, and that's where I'm from.
Okay.
So I was able to see it there, but from there on out, I've had to travel. So this time, it's going to be in our backyard, and that's special in and of itself.
And so for you now, do you have any advice for someone who is maybe making last-minute plans to enjoy the eclipse that's coming up?
The thing I would recommend, if it is your first eclipse, please put down your phones during totality. Set your cameras up to record video. Do not be messing around with your phone. Watch it. Observe it. Look at the horizon. The horizon is going to look like sunset. The top of the sky is going to be a type of blue that you've never seen before. So observe. Be with yourself. Be in yourself, spiritually, and with each other.
Okay, be present.
Be present.
All right, Dr. Johnston, thank you so much for the advice, and thank you for sharing your experiences.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, being with us today.